All right, welcome everyone here to Silicon Slope Space here in Provo. Give an applause for Trevor for getting a bench from downstairs. Is that from the social? Thanks for Trevor. Trevor's working on making sure we all got seats or everything. So, guys, thank you so much for coming out, spending your Saturday night with us. We got a really terrific show coming up for you tonight. A couple of house items. Like I said, we do have a bathroom up here just in that back corner. It's unisex or both sex, so just one at a time. And paper towels, and then you got some toilet paper, so that's pretty good. Also, we did get, so this space is actually owned by Silicon Slopes. Like, they're like this. Who here's never heard of Silicon Slopes? Never? Okay. So Silicon Slopes is kind of like the sister to Silicon Valley in the Bay Area of California. And we have our own little technological thing here. And they're generously letting us use this space. They just want us to give like an announcement, all right? So let me give an announcement first. It's not funny yet. The comedy hasn't started. So Silicon Slopes Hall of Fame Awards are back. The Silicon Slopes Hall of Fame Awards identifies and applauds technology pioneers and breakthrough leaders who have contributed to ongoing and growing success of Utah and Silicon Slopes. Applications for individual awards and categories include CEO, CMO, CTO of the Year, and company awards for categories including software, physical product, and marketing are now open. Apply today. So if there's a link, if you're interested and you look like a CEO, I think you can get up there. So just come talk to me and we'll get you on I got a link. You can apply today. Okay. Also, let's give an applause to the social who's kind of helping put this together downstairs. Yeah, you can get mocktail drinks. Okay, so not real drinks, but mocktail drinks. I don't know if you guys here drink. If you want to actually have real alcohol, like this guy was at, I won't put him out. A guy here was asking about real alcohol, and you got to go to a bar for that. Okay. By the way, I was actually at a bar the other night, and like a girl told me, she's like, you look like Hugh Jackman. And I was like, wait, how much have you had to drink? Because whatever it is, that's the right amount. And now I'm trying to convince my wife to drink. I'm like, honey, listen, after only 12 beers, you'll be amazed at who I look like. I mean, I don't drink. I'm tempted to know when I look like that, right? No, but yeah, like I said, I don't drink. So when I say something dumb, like, yeah, that your bald spot's not as big as the last time. I can't blame it on alcohol, I have to be like, sorry, I might be autistic. Like, does anyone else here have ADHD so bad you feel like you might be on the spectrum? Right? Like, dude, I can't believe you said that my sister was hot. And I'm like, wait, that was your sister? But I don't know. I've said a lot of dumb things. It's like I'm amazed at the age that I'm at, the stuff that still comes out of my mouth, right? Like the other day, I try to give compliments. I want to give genuine, sincere compliments. And I told her girls like, Amanda, I like how you wear pajama bottoms wherever you go. I love how you just don't seem to care. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about, Oz? I'm in the hospital. I was at a comedy show once, and I wanted to say the sentence. I meant to say the sentence, when I was single, it was always hard when I was hitting on girls. What I actually said was, when I was single, I was always hard when I was hitting on girls. I mean, not always. I'm sure there's some 4 or 5s in there. But, yeah, I just, things that come out, right? Things that you don't, and like, I'm married. I don't know if you guys ever have those things that just come out when you say it, right? My wife and I were laying in bed the other night, and she turned to me and she goes, "You are my sunshine." I was like, it was so romantic. So I wanted to say the first romantic thing that came to my head. I blurted out, "And you are my moonshine." Basically, I just called her something that was made in a bathtub. Like, she's like trying to be all sweet and cute, and that I give her hope, and I'm like, and I want to store you in a mason jar underneath the porch. But I'm married. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, so I'm married. Here's the thing. Like, I do have ADHD though, and one thing they don't tell you. Who else here has ADHD? EK. Anyone else? Okay, appreciate it. Awesome. I like the kid's raising his hand in the back. Are you on medication yet, my man? Yes, you, with the beanie. Are you on medication? No? Okay. Awesome. Welcome. So what they don't tell you about ADHD, and you can vouch for this, is we tend to kind of have a bit of a temper, right? Is that fair to say? Like my mom got a call one time that I was chasing my sister around the house with a knife. Just wouldn't let me cut her hair. And so like we got to get, so they got me started early on medication. My mom would actually give me a half a Ritalin each day before kindergarten. So I wouldn't kick the other kids, and I could really focus on that Flintstones phone. And not on the kid with the keys. But it is true. And then I've grown up, I've done lots of medications. I've been through so many things. I've done Ritalin, Dextrogen, Adderall, Prozac, Viagra. I've done all the medications, right? I mean, sure, that last one helped me stand up straight, but didn't help me with my anger. But I had to quit. I mean, apparently Adderall is a lot like crack. Have you guys heard this? It's a lot like cocaine. Adderall is a lot like cocaine, And so I had to quit because, A, we're not in the 80s anymore, and I don't work on Wall Street. But when I quit, it didn't go over well with my family. Because, anytime I would mouth off to any family, I would always get, let's go take your medication. And so I really had to kind of like tighten it up and be good and stuff. But when I quit the Adderall, because actually what it did, what it did to me is it turned me into a zombie, right? Is anyone else here on Adderall? Can you vouch for this? Like, I say a lot of crazy things. Can you imagine me not saying any crazy things and just coming up to people going, hi? Like, who wants that, right? So, I had to quit. And what happened was when my parents actually threatened to call the cops on me. They're like, we can no longer dope up our son. Cops, arrest him. So it didn't quite work out. But no, actually, this is kind of one of the reasons why I do comedy. Because I do comedy mainly because when you're laughing, you're not trying to bash somebody over the head with a chair. Right? But yeah. All right, I'm gonna tell you this before I get off here. My wife's Brazilian, and anyone else here have a wife a spouse from out of country? I know we have somebody from Germany. Where's she from?
I have a cousin who married someone from Brazil.
Oh, nice, awesome. Anyone else here foreign besides we got EK Filipino? You guys made it. Thank you so much for coming. This is my good buddy Justin and his wife. Don't mean to call him out, but it's the first time they've come to see me, and I'm already like halfway through the show. All right. No, it's fine. So my wife she's from Brazil, right? And there's a little few differences, right? Like in Brazil, like she has the Amazon. I got the Amazon Prime, Because she says I'm really fast. Whatever that means. They have Brazilian barbecue, and we have electricity. Because they're a third world country. Her English is pretty good. She, she's got a little bit of an accent. She's like, bye, honey, drive safety, or I don't want to get mad of you, or you call that big? Things like that, right? And sometimes she'll say words that sound good, that don't make any sense, like, honey, what's for lunch? Perhaps. That doesn't make any sense. Hey, can you give me a massage later? Umbrella. One time I showed her a video of me doing stand-up, and I got an applause break, and she goes, oh, honey, so happy you got the clap. I'm like, not from them or anyone. But during Christmas time, she actually said this. She said, she wanted me to pick up some ornament hooks. She goes, honey, can you please take our daughter and go pick up a few hookers? I'm like, yes, ma'am. You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, not the Christmas present she wanted that year. I'm like, oh, great. What am I supposed to do with Sue and Agnes? I guess with them around, I really could get the clap. Okay. Is that too far? Okay, all right. No, she's amazing. We like to. Who's married here? Who's a big couple? Okay, you're married, right? You guys get married? Do you call each other nicknames yet? Have you got to that point? Nicknames? Yeah, Mia Moore. Oh, that's cute. It's Spanish. What do you call her?
Honey buns.
Honey Buns. Awesome, awesome. Do you have nicknames for Furnace?
That's my nickname.
Well, so his last name's Justin Fur, but I've called him Furnace since I've known him 25 years ago. What do you call him? Hot stuff. I love it. I love it. What about this couple right here? Nothing yet? How long have you guys been dating? This your first date? Oh, it's day 7. Okay, so you haven't graduated to nickname stage yet. Well, you got to make it fun after a while, right? I've been married 17 years, so I've cycled through so many things. Now I go to cereal names. I'm like, hey, Sugar Crisp. Hey, Honey Bunches of Oats. The thing is, though, I don't hit her, though, so I don't call her Honey Smacks. All right, that normally gets a huge laugh, all right? You guys didn't like that. You might not like this last one. And she's not a black vampire, so I don't call her Count Chocula. All right. All right, I'm going to tell you this before I bring up her first comic. I'm going to kind of be a little vulnerable here and tell you kind of something that happened last week. All right? Last week, my wife started to go through the worst pain she's ever went through her entire life, and she has high pain tolerance. She ran a business for 7 years with endometriosis. She had kidney stones. She's had ulcers. She's been married to me for 17 years. High pain tolerance. And so she did 4 ER visits in 2 weeks. And we went to different doctors and trying to figure out what was going on. And finally we figured out it was the gallbladder. So she got her gallbladder taken out. Now she has 1 bladder left. But, and which is good, but during this time, it was tough. Like after the surgery, she comes in the room, she's in the worst pain ever. And I'm making my wisecracks, and she just like, I'm like, yeah, your hospital room's not really hospitable. It's not a hospitable hospital. And she turns to me and goes, honey, shut the F up. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Trying to be a little cheerful here. And here's the thing, though. I bought her some flowers from the gift shop, and I got one of those cards that say, it's a girl for, newborns. But I put, it's a girl. And I wrote, who just had her gallbladder taken out. Love you, my toucan Sam. And so after the surgery, she's in pain, and she's cussing me out. And then they give her the painkillers. And then she finally calms down, and she goes, oh, honey, when did you get here? Then she notices the flowers, oh, you got me flowers? And I had told her how much she was cussing me out. And she looked at the card, and she was she read it, and she looked at me and goes, you like to make me feel like shiz, don't you? And it was scary though. During this time when she thought she was gonna die, she actually said something. She's like, honey, if I die, I need you to make me a promise. I really need you to make me a promise. And I think she's gonna have me promise her, to take care of our daughter, or to live life, be free, find someone who brings me joy. She says, I need you to promise me you won't let anyone take advantage of you. I'm like, okay. The week before she said I was the smartest guy she knew, so which one is it? Not really quite sure here. But I had a terrible thought during this whole thing, right? During this ordeal, and we thought she was going to die. She was sending me notes because I stepped up. I don't want to brag, but she was saying I'm an amazing husband. I'm the greatest. Small things like that. Yeah. But I had this horrible, horrible thought that if something did happen to her, is it wrong to save those messages? It's kind of my own little Yelp review for if I have to be in the dating pool again. I'm like, my last review said I was 5 stars. She said I was great. Okay. But thankfully nothing did happen, and she's back making me feel bad for staying up past 11, which is great. I think she's, I have to love her though, because the thing is she is my moonshine, and she's great like that. All right, that's going to be my time. Thank you very much. You guys ready for your first comic? This is the point where I realized I forgot one of my favorite jokes, and I'm like, oh, should I have done it? No, I'm just going to skip past it. Okay, our first comic, he's an amazing comic. He's hilarious. He actually is one of the top people at comedy sports. PEs get hired for corporate events. I guys want you to put a warm welcome to my good friend, Christian Ledek.
Hey, keep it going for Oz Morris, huh? Wow, this is awesome. We got a sold-out show tonight. Not a room. Don't look around. Don't. Just believe it's sold out, and it'll feel like it. We'll have faith. We'll follow the Spirit. We'll have a great time, guys. We'll have a great time. Make some noise if you're from Utah. You're a local. Okay. Cool. Make some noise if you're not from Utah. They're usually a little bit more prouder to not be from Utah. That's weird. Where my Mormons at, huh? Okay. Where my non-Mormons at? They're always way more proud of it. Let me tell you about my faith crisis. It's like, we get it, we've heard it, we get it. But we all out here living in Utah, you know. Everyone doesn't like driving on I-15. I think we can agree about that. That's pretty wild. That sucks. Whether you're going fast or dodging potholes or stuck in traffic, look up some billboards. They don't make sense. There are people in charge who should not be. Not that long ago, there was one that said, check out what's flying at the Living Planet Aquarium. That was birds for an aquarium billboard. You're right to be puzzled. That doesn't make sense. Not that far down the road, there's another one that said, check out what's buzzing at the aquarium. That was bees for an aquarium billboard. If anyone in your life calls you and is like, hey, you want to go to the aquarium? Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, they have bees. You hang up the phone and you're no longer friends with them because they are dumb, okay? But it does bring a new meaning to the birds and the bees. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate that. You haven't even heard the joke yet. That's very kind of you. Thank you, guys. Like, if I ever have a kid and they came up to me, they'd be like, Dad, I heard kids talking about the birds and the bees at school. What's that about? I'd be like, oh, wow. Okay, champ. You're getting so old. The birds and the bees refer to when there are dum-dums running a marketing campaign for a local aquarium because they don't put any animals that live in the ocean on the billboard! Dad, calm down, you're yelling. Go ask your mother. I can't, she left. Don't remind me! Don't go, oh, ma'am. It's a fictional kid, he doesn't exist, it's fine. You're a good person, she's a good person. Her heart broke a little bit for that make-believe child. Good for you. Good for you. Everyone's having a comfortable, fun time, so let's talk about politics. Whether whether we're lucky enough to be born in this country and be a citizen, that's fun, that's great a lot of the time, but you know, there are people who see that this could be a better life, and so they try to get here and live here. But if you had to take the steps to become a citizen, do you guys think you could pass the citizenship test? Nope. No. There's some honesty and there's some Hermiones out there. Let's find out. I have some actual questions from the citizenship test. Let's take it together and see what happens, guys. I'll give you my answers, but I want you guys to answer first. So, the first question, the idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? Private school up in here, calm down. Goodness, did you guys rehearse before? How'd you know? That's not what I put. I put eat, pray, love. It sounds nicer, it feels warmer in a way, I don't know. What is the economic system in the United States? I put Walmart. That's partial credit, right? It's partial credit. What is the supreme law of the land? Constitution. Calm down, soldier. Goodness. You were so quick with that one. What's the supreme law? Constitution! I put, do you smell what the Rock is cooking? That makes more sense. That is the supreme law, guys. What is one reason the colonists came to America? Okay, Utah. Religious freedom. Yes. That is why. Yes. I put the weather. Have you been to England? It blows. They just wanted to see sunshine. That's why they came over. Who does a U.S. senator represent?
Himself.
Hey, that guy's woke. Yeah, they do. Themselves. Yeah. You think it's you? You're wrong. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? Guys, it's The Rock. Listen, who are you going to feel more confident about in a uniform? Biden or Trump, or all of a sudden it's The Rock in uniform? Ladies, you're on board with that. I know you are. I know you are. That's nice. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? Syphilis. Got him. Moving on. What is the national anthem?
James Brown's Living in America.
Star Spangled Banner. I did know that one. I did, but hear me out. Could you imagine if it was All Star by Smash Mouth? Imagine an Olympic athlete winning gold medal, right? They're up at the podium, just get crowned. Everyone, please rise for the United States national anthem. Somebody once told me. That'd be an amazing anthem. Hey, give it up for yourselves. You got through some political humor. Everyone can unclench. We're fine. We're fine. We're having a good time, guys. We're having a good time. I don't want to brag, but I fall asleep watching YouTube because things are going pretty well for me at the moment. Pretty good. I watch a lot of those celebrity interviews that they make fun, whether it's like Hot Ones or Wired's autocomplete interview, things like that. And sometimes they get asked, these celebrities, a similar question of, if you could give yourself teenage advice, what advice would you give? And a lot of them have the same dumb answer of, stay true to who you are. Excuse me? Stay true to who I am as a teenager? Guys, that's the worst versions of ourselves. We know this to be true, okay? The worst version. You know how many hot topics there would be in the world right now if we all did that? Stay true to who I am. Guys, I give real advice. If anyone asked me, Christian, what teenage advice would you have given yourself? I'd be like, don't wear a white backwards Hurley hat with a white puka shell necklace and a white Aeropostale pop collar polo. You look like a douchebag and someone should have beat you up for that, 100%. And from the lack of men not laughing in the room, we all did that, didn't we? Didn't we, men? Yeah, we did. And we shouldn't have. Maybe don't ride your bike to FYE to buy a Creed album. Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't think that's good music. Maybe don't think Bill Cosby should be your favorite comedian. The point is, guys, there's growth. There's growth, and that's good. It's good to grow. I know we kind of already got political, but I don't know if you guys saw in the news today, it was pretty wild that Trump put out on social media that if he does get reelected, he wants to merge the US and Canada together. I mean, that's wild, right? I mean, it didn't happen, but we all believed it, right? I did a little bit, and I'm telling the joke too. I could totally see him doing that. What an age to live in where you can say Trump, our former president, tweeted, and then insert anything you want. And people are like, yeah, I could totally see him doing that. That's what he does. He's like, I went to the aquarium today. I saw bees. They swim so good. I love the bees. Best swimmers. Best swimmers I've ever seen. Best swimmers. Also, come on this journey with me a little bit. I think no one wants to see World War III actually come to pass. But if there was a country that would be on board for World War III, thank you, ma'am, very kind. She's laughing at the setup. That's a trooper, I like her, she's nice. She's nice. If there was a country that's on board for World War III, it would be Germany, right? Just so they can like finally, yes, we can be on the right side of history for a change, hooray! Yes. Like, fool me once? No. Fool me twice? Fool me dry? I'm the same. We are ready to be the good guys. We are ready. We can do it. Yes, we will help. But I feel like they would sound like the bad guys, even though they would be, like, the good guys. Like, it would just turn weird. Like, oh my goodness, yes, I'm Klaus. I'm just a humble milk farmer, but I'm so excited to defend freedom and be a part of someone that's going to do something very good, because we will not let anyone take over the world. If anyone's going to take over the world, we will take over the world. We must go from here to here. Do you understand? It's like, whoa, Klaus. Klaus, you need to relax. Kind of looking at the room, seeing who liked it, seeing who didn't. More smiles and laughs than not, so thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's very kind. I'd like to talk to you about a couple movies, if I could. They're not really timely references, but again, come with me on the journey and we'll have a fun time, I hope. Make some noise if you like The Greatest Showman. Did you guys enjoy that movie, The Greatest Showman? A lot of Utahns do. Sorry, a lot of Mormons do. Sorry. I did not care for it at all. I thought it was trash. I really did. And when I say that, people are like, well, you must not like musicals, Christian, if you didn't like The Greatest Showman. I'm like, you need to slow your roll. Because I will gladly stand with you at the barricade while we listen to the music of the night, as we try to score a Saturday's night with the mayor's daughter, because we will not throw away our shot, for we will be popular enough for a dancing queen all day. For 525,600 minutes I will stand with you. That joke's for my dad. He didn't think I could make musicals funny. Rip. He's fine. He's alive. He's a cool guy. He's fine. He's fine, guys. It's fine. Not a fictional child, man. We're fine. We're fine. Also, do you guys remember when Dora the Explorer got a live-action movie? That happened. They made a live-action Dora movie. And I was like, yo, when did Dora get hot? Uh-oh, did buttholes tighten up again? Uh-oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. It's fine, guys. I did my research. She was of legal age. Everyone can unclench. It's fine. And I feel judgment in the room from that joke, mainly from women. But if there was a Bob the Builder live-action movie, and it was Channing Tatum playing in his prime, can you fix it? Yes, you can, Bob. Fix it. Yes. Get in there and fix it. Thank you, Bob. What's that? Oscar Isaac is Go Diego Go tag team. All right. It'd be a good movie. I would watch that. All right. We've danced around it long enough. Let's talk about Mormons. Okay. I think the marketing and the strategy is weird to be Mormon, because they had a press conference a number of years back where they're like, we're making church 2 hours now instead of 3 hours because it's divine revelation at this time. And I think they need to do a 180 and just be real with everyone and just be like, hey, we're making church shorter because Fast Sundays suck. It's like that. And also, Jesus is tired of seeing your face. You're back on your BS. All right, let's move along. He's got a lot of people to see. Okay. Like, if church was more real, that'd be more fun. You imagine like a Sunday school teacher that's like, hey, open up your books. We're going to be talking about how Potiphar's wife is being a straight up B. She's stepping out on her man. That's not cool. Shouldn't do that. Also, she's trying to seduce a gay guy. That's pretty messed up, right? They get it. We can confirm Joseph was gay. Because in your life, have you seen a man with a more fabulous coat not be gay? You have not. Shout out to the lady not liking it in the back. You're my favorite. Appreciate you. Also, get with the times. They preach about living forever, eternal life. It's like they haven't met a millennial or a Gen Z because they don't want to be alive today. So change the messaging. Just be like, hey, instead of eternal life, it's going to big EDM rave party when you die, okay? You're going to have the crowd like, hey, it's your boy, DJ Jesus. Let's go. Glad you made it tonight. Okay, we have a very special MC. Give it up for Stephen Hawking. He's here. And he's like, push me, and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Guys, my name is Christian Ledek. You've been a fantastic audience. Thank you very much. Osmores.
Good job. Keep it up for Christian Ledek, everyone. There was a Bob the Builder movie with Christian, what was the guy's name again? Sorry. Channing Tatum. Yeah, it was called Magic Mike. Also, that girl in the back that was laughing, she's German. So, I think she felt triggered. All right, our next comic, he's great. He's kind of like a box of chocolates. You know, parts of them are fruity, some parts of them are nutty. But guys, you're in for a special treat. This guy's hilarious. Please give a warm welcome to Quinn Johnson.
Yay! Yes! Shout out to the German, mein Frau. Über alles. Oh ja. Oh, das ist sehr lecker. Sorry, guys. Just for her. Why don't you speak German? Give me 16 answers right now. You can't? What do you speak? English? That's it? Where do you go on your mission? Tell us. Mizzou? Okay. They have a different kind of way of speaking to black people down there. That's very interesting. I'm from Provo. Yeah. Grew up here. Anyone else? Thanks. The people who looked the most detested by the show are the ones from here. Shout out to you. I'm a fan of y'all. It's Missouri speak right there. Yeah, I'm from good old Provo. I love Provo. I think it's such a cute place. People in Salt Lake are afraid of Provo. They're like, whoa. I'm like, I love it. And they're like, why? Why would you like that? I'm like, are you afraid of Mormons? What are you afraid of? I grew up Mormon. I love it. I love being around Mormons. I think because it's everyone's so nice and cheery and happy, and it's great. I can talk about the Cougars without getting people mad at me. Guy yelled at me in Portland for having a BYU hat on, and I was like, I'm wearing it ironically, but actually I love them. Because I did leave the church, but I'm not one of those ex-Mormons that we all know about that will not stop talking about it. And I was like, what was the point of leaving? Because I want to be a DJ. I don't want to talk about this anymore. When are we going to move on with our lives? Are you a DJ? No? Yes? No. You wish. We can make it happen. Me and you tonight. We'll DJ this after party. Will be catered by Crumble and So Delicious. And quick shout out to the Crumble CEO. He is gay. And fully in the closet. It is actually insane. I found him on TikTok, and he's like, we have a new cookie. And it's crazy. And I know someone who works there, and she's like, yeah, he's in the closet. I was like, no way. Saw him at a Walmart. That was fun. Yeah, he's a twink. And I was like, have fun. Have fun there, pal. It's always the little tip I give. I love being from Provo, and some people like to talk trash on Provo because they don't think there's a big like LGBTQ like kind of gay population down here. And I'm like, there is. They're all just married to women, and I'm married. So yeah, turns out it costs money to get divorced, and whoops. So that's just kind of more where you go with that. Like, we're 8 years in, we'll just see what happens. I'll be like my friend's dad who we found on Grindr, and we went, whoa. And then he's like, yep, yeah, I'm gay, but what can you do? And I like that attitude. Just like, sucks. I wish I could. But it's just what you do down there, just what you do. And I was living in Portland, Oregon last year, and it was crazy because, like, you know, I'm used to everyone kind of talking trash in Utah living here because, you know, it's just where you live. It's what you do. And then in Portland, when people tried to do that, I was like, you stop talking. You shut up, dude. Only I can do this. You can't do that. You didn't go on your mission to Scotland and Ireland and no one wanted to talk to you and then you thought about killing yourself. You didn't do that. I know I'm not alone. My brother went on his mission to Vladivostok, Russia, and you're like, where's that? Siberia. He had 4 investigators, his whole mission. 2 of them died. One overdosed, other one was shot, and he's like, I'm doing great work out here. And his emails to me, it was like Catcher in the Rye, like Tale of Two Cities. It was the most depressing, like, ways to try to hype yourself up. It was like I woke up and saw a tattered flag blowing in the wind, and I knew I had to get up. Each one of those shoes felt like 1,000 pounds of weight walking on my feet, and I just would write back, sounds good, dude. Have fun out there. Don't know what you're doing, but it sounds good. Didn't read the whole thing. Did that happen to you in Missouri? No? What did you do? You just walked around a lot? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I do CrossFit too, so. That's fun. So something I like to do, which no one really understands, is I like to go to raves. No one? Really? Come on, guys. I need your support right now. I'm so vulnerable. I feel so vulnerable driving down here. I drive a Honda Odyssey minivan, no kids. And I'm just like, what's going on with my life? So I just want the support, but don't worry, I'll tell you about it. Tell you about my first experience. It's very fun. Walking in, as we're walking in the doors, I see a dude in the ambulance having a full seizure, and I was like, sweet. Kept going in. I take some stuff. Won't mention it. And I'm having fun, having a good time. So I start talking to this guy. And he turns to leave. I was like, hey, before you leave, what if we just made out? He was like, okay. Just made out, cool. He had a cool beard. I was like, sweet. And then I sat with my arm around him for like half an hour, just talking. And I was like, that's just what you do when you're on drugs. That's just what you do. And then my friends were like, we didn't do that. It's like, oh, just me? Okay. You guys are laughing. I told this joke in Scotland, Ireland. They laughed exactly the same way. Well, I couldn't tell if they were supportive or hateful. They were just like, good job. And I was like, thanks. Usually in America, we laugh at that because it's like, dude, you're gay. And that's more fun. It's more fun to laugh at that. Gay thoughts are hilarious. Right? Right? What else do you do in Mizzou? Down in that Missouri. You got to ride down that Mississippi, and you look over at your companion, and you're like, man, you look so strapping in that sweater. They don't wear sweaters, it's humid. Sorry, guys, I tell on myself a lot. How are you? Have you seen Game of Thrones? Why not? Do you have an HBO subscription?
I have
Amazon Prime, that's it. Yeah, go Jeff Bezos, love him. He has a rocket ship. Yeah. Have you seen Fallout? TV show?
I heard about it.
Okay, so you don't have... Do you watch anything? Really old things, like what? Nothing. Okay, you got... I'm sorry. I thought I was doing bad. Maybe you need a Honda Odyssey. Old school, like when? The 90s? 80s. Oh. The 30s? They had a TV show in the 30s? I didn't know they could talk back then. I thought it was just like Wizard of Oz and gang violence. I don't know, was there gangs? Yes, there were, the Jets. Take us back to that. Take us back to gangs like, we're going to get you tonight. If the cartel had a musical, I'd be on board, is what I'm trying to say. And same with Israel and Gaza. If they just broke out into song, I was like, let them cook, guys. Let's see what happens. Sorry, it's a little too real. Didn't mean to go there. But what are your opinions on the war? I forgot, you're still in the 30s. You'll get there. It's going to get very exciting soon. Yeah. And there's a fun movie called Oppenheimer. And you're going to be like, wow-wee. And coincidentally, Fallout is kind of actually in the right time place for that. So you would know. I'm just trying to help you. Okay? That's all I do up here is just help. I'm just a servant of the Lord and Joe Rogan, who is my new God. That's what you do when you leave the church. What do I do now? You say, let's just watch 6 hours of Joe Rogan and start doing MMA, and then I'll find true inner peace. And did I look at my outfit? No, it didn't happen. Am I on the keto diet because I hate looking at myself in the mirror? Yes. But does that make me very, very sad? Absolutely. And this is what we call growing up. Because I'm 29, I'm about to turn 30, and I'm like, this is not gonna go well. But it's okay, I work at a valet. So we're getting there. Gets a little too real sometimes, but I'm just trying to open up and be honest with you. Because not like these other comics just being fake up here. Like Oz is just telling you lies. First time Oz's wife met me, she goes, so you're gay. And I thought that was very funny. And I was like, why isn't she doing stand-up? And but then I realized she respects herself. Yeah, that's what you have to do this. You have to lose all respect for yourself and want for happiness. And then you just do this, and you're like, don't worry, I don't need therapy anymore. I can do this. And by the way, if you're wondering when therapy ends, like when that's over, it's just when you can't afford it anymore, and that's when it stops. That's when you're better. Yeah. That's when you're better, actually. And I was like, thanks, Donna. I'm entering the world with no skills to handle emotions. And that's fun. Okay, not a lot of people are in therapy here. Okay, I understand. Why aren't you in therapy? Both of you. You're a married couple? Okay, well, there we go. How old are you? 23? 22. It's a little old. A little old for Provo. I got married when I was 28. And good choice, because my opinions have never changed. And that's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. You'll realize that when you're in the 1930s looking at America, that America's never changed since the 30s. Just look at any basketball team. Still white. So I went to another rave. This one's not gonna go well, but I don't know why. I'm just gonna do it. Went to another rave in Washington State.
Woo!
Really? Yeah. Where? What city?
Seattle.
What part of Seattle?
Ward.
What's the zip code?
98107.
That's a lie. Yeah. It's a lie. But yeah, I was in Washington. I was at the Gorge. Very pretty venue. Very gorgeous. Get it? I never even thought about that until now. I'm such an idiot. Anyways, so at this rave, I'm on stuff. And we're dancing, having a good time, and then my friend taps my shoulder and he goes, hey, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Okay, 2 people were shot and killed in the campsite, and 3 others were shot and hurt, but they got the guy. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like so stunned. And then the DJ went, 3, 2, 1, and I was like, oh! I just went back to that. 'Cause that's what happens when you're on stuff. Is changes some of your emotions, and it was an interesting experience. And I said that on stage the other day, and this girl just raised her hand. She goes, "I was there," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" She's like, "Yeah," and she was sitting alone. I was like, "Were your friends? Did they get killed?" And yeah, okay, shouldn't have said that part, but it was fun. And then she wouldn't stop talking, and that's what you do. I'm sorry, everyone. I know that mass shootings aren't that funny, but it is my story. And there was another comic who was going to go, and then he didn't. And I was like, thank God, because now it's just my material. And that's the way you have to cope with it, because I guess it's very sad. You ever done that? Okay. I'm sorry. I'll move on. So I went to another rave. This one was in Vegas at a pool party, EDC. You ever been there? I didn't think so. Sorry. Just kidding. I don't know why I got so aggressive. Sometimes I just think about my dad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm working through vulnerability right now and shame, and I don't know how to handle it. So yeah, it gets a little intense sometimes, and I'm like, maybe I should be on as Annex, but I'm not gonna do it. So I was at this pool party, very fun. I walk up, there's a huge line to get in, and I was like, I'm not waiting in this line. So I had an umbrella, and I walked up to these people, and I was like, can I wait in line with you? I'll give you shade. And they were like, you can do that. I was like, sweet. We walk into the pool party. I'm in the pool dancing, and then one of them walks up to me holding a pill I don't recognize. And then he just starts to put it in my mouth. And I was like, what is this? What is this? And he just says, it's not fentanyl, and I just swallowed it. I was like, this is where I'm at. And then they said, hey, it's okay. Now we know you're not a cop. And I was like, I look like the gayest cop you've ever seen. What was I gonna do? Like, go get him, boys. Hey guys, thank you so much. Give it up for Oz, everyone.
Give it up for Quinn Johnson, everyone. You know, it's actually interesting. So he's bisexual, his wife's bisexual. Together, they make one complete gay person. It's a true fact. All right, guys, our next comic is a special treat. This guy, he is a wild card. If you didn't think that last guy was wild, this guy is a wild card. He invited me to do comedy up in Wyoming and had some crazy adventures. And yeah, you're in for a special treat. Please give a warm welcome to the next comic, Marcus Whisler.
Thank you. What's your name?
Roman.
I'm Marcus. It's written on my underwear for sleepovers. One time ended up being Victoria's Secret, another time Calvin Klein. Just kidding, it wasn't even my underwear. I like you. Hey, everyone, could you do like a slow clap for Roman? No, slow, 80s. All right, fine. Give it up for Roman. Oh my God. Thank you so much, dude. I just want a guitar, not a hug. Thank you, Oz. All the other comics. And don't worry, the ones after me are going to look so much better after me. This is my first show ever, sober. Not by choice. They just don't serve alcohol here. My name's Marcus Whisler. I'm going to ruin your night a little bit. I hope this is date night. I'm from Ogden. I'm going to share a little bit of our culture with you. I'm liking you, dude. We're going to call you Sofa Fun. Well, down in Ogden, where the meth is smoked, back to that city I dare not go. For if I do, I just might hear you wait till your father gets home. Mom, my dad went out for cigarettes 20 years ago. He's never coming home. And I'm not calling that new guy Dad neither. Oh, hey, what's up, new dad / Uncle Steve? Down in Ogden, where the meth is smoked. Back to that city I dare not go. For if I do, I just might hear. No, man. What you want is you want to smoke through a Philips 60-watt soft glow light bulb. It'll give you a whole new high. Oh, that was my last two. Down in Ogden, where the meth is smoked. Back to that city I dare not go. For if I do, I just might hear. Hey! What do you mean I can't close out my bar tab of food stamps? Down in Ogden. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done. Oh man. So I figured if I'm going to do this comedy stuff, I'm going to do it right. I'm keeping my day job. I live with the parents. And I know, it's like the cliche, living with the parents in the basement. Mm-mm. I got class. I'm upstairs. They're in the basement. I'm also wicked considerate. I'm getting them acclimated to being in the ground. One morning from the top of the stairs, from the bottom of the stairs, I heard my dad. He's all, "Hey, son!" I was like, "Oh, dear God." You know, "What? You think you saw a ghost?" I was like, "I was hoping to." That's when I realized I unplugged his alarm clock and not a CPAP machine. Well, on that relatively funny note, this is a song for the ladies. This is for the ladies. All of you who ever experienced this, from all us guys who never realized we were this. It's called Ring, Ring, Ring. How you doing? Ring, ring, ring. Hey, what's up? Remember we met at the bar last night? I was the guy who bought you a drink. All right, I was the 5th guy who bought you a drink. But only the 3rd Washington Apple. Oh, that's me, Mr. Washington Apple numero 3. And I knew you wanted me to call you, especially by the way you were closing out your bar tab. Uh-huh. You got the sales receipt upside down, facing away from me. It's made it really, really, really hard to read and not, oh, Lordy almighty, look at this. You got me on a tongue twister, Roman. Yeah, the sales receipt upside down, facing away from me. It's made it really hard to read, and I knew you were trying to be discreet, and I hurt the other fellow's feelings. Oh, I caught on. Did you realize there are 30 Sarah Combeys in the phone book? Well, anyways, I also noticed you drove a silver Corolla as I was walking you out to your car. Okay, as I was watching you walk out to your car, I was 20 feet back in the shadow just watching out for you. Well, anyways, of that 30, 18 of y'all drive silver Corollas. So this is message number 18. If this is you, go ahead and give me a call back, Mr. Washington Apple numero 3. Oh, dear me, I almost forgot. This is Marcus. Oh, I like girls. Girls like me. They just don't realize it yet. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, what's up, Jeannie? Remember you gave me your phone number after that little fender bender we had? The one where I T-boned you going 70 miles an hour? Oh my gosh, good times, good times. I thought it'd make a great story when people ask, how did we meet? I gotta bang you in your car. Anyways, speaking of asking, how about dinner on Friday? And if it's okay with you, I just need to go by the cemetery and drop some flowers off at my grandma's grave. Because she's buried there. Because she died. And we actually had a coupon for a burial plot. And I don't know if you told me or I might have Googled it, but aren't your folks buried there too? I thought that way I can meet them and avoid all that weird, awkward silence. Just that weird, awkward part, maybe. Well, anyways, for a good, lively time, go ahead and give me a call back, Mr. T-Bone. And, oh yeah, this is Marcus. Oh, I like girls. Girls like me. They just don't realize it yet. By the way, if you haven't caught on Dinner for One, looking to make it a pairing. Know anyone else you need to get revenge on? No. Good soul. You're a good soul. I hate you. All right, here we go. Ring, 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 right? Not this time. Hello? Hey, Devin, what's up? Remember, we met a little while ago in the grocery store? You were standing in line in front of me buying the cantaloupe, and I made that really funny joke about you having all good-looking natural melons, how more women should follow your lead. Oh, and I knew, the way you looked at me, I knew it was on. Especially by the way you ran out to the parking lot, got in that car, whipped out of there, in and out of traffic. I tell you what, you're a one-tough cookie to follow. I barely noticed what neighborhood you ducked into. But after a few hours of trolling around, voila! Thought I'd follow up on your shopping experience. Make sure you didn't leave any unpurchased goods behind. Oh, is that? Oh, you calling the cops? Good. As I was looking for your place of residence, I noticed a real shady dude in a wheelchair walking his dog. Oh, no. I want to say 6 foot brown hair like me, so much he was in a wheelchair. No. Hey, how about this? I'll just come on inside and wait with you for the cops to arrive. Oh, look at that. My shirt's chafing. I might need to take it off. Doing a lot of yelling with that mouth. I know we could be doing some Nickmo. Oh, thank God for Provo. You still get that joke. And I am completely sorry. I'm remiss. Where are my manners? I'm Marcus. Why like girls? And girls like me. You're going to realize it. Let me be a gentleman and walk you out to your car. That's okay. Your friends don't have to come with us. I want to get to know you. Anyways, that's the song. Thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause. Oh, Lordy. Oh, man. Where are we at on time, Oz?
We got about 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes? Okay. So,
6 minutes.
Oh, so, what's the difference? Can't say that bit. Said I'd be cleaner than normal. I'm going to give you a choice. You can have a song. I know, right? Have a song about the Hot Topic kids, Hot Topic emo kids. Or you can have a song about when you partied so hard.
Hot Topic kids.
Okay, hold on. Let's see hands that I can't see for Hot Topic. Okay, there's that. Let's see it for like, you partied so hard the next day after. I can't tell. Someone tell me. Oz?
It was the first one.
Hot Topic? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to ruin You chose poorly, by the way. All right. Well, this is for the Hot Topic emo kids. It's called Dark and Evil. Someone count me off with the 4 count.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm half white. That's not going to do anything for me. Just kidding. Here we go. Hoo! Can you feel it? Yeah. Feel all that evil. Well, I'm dark. I'm evil. I'm everything you wanted to be. I'm dark. I just got back from Hot Topic, where I bought 2 Slipknot shirts, and they gave me a Machine Gun Kelly one for free. Hold on a second. My eyeliner is running. Yeah. I also bought a pair of those pants that have the chains and suspenders attached to the back of the pant legs. It makes it so you can't run fast. And I got a pair of those little girl emo pants that are so tight and short you can't pull them up over your buttocks. Oh yeah. And when my little girl pants are dirty, I just borrow a pair of my little sisters. Uh-oh. I just popped a seam in them. 'Cause I'm dark, I'm evil, everything you wanted to be. Oh, I'm dark. I just joined the Church of Satin because they're so hard. And they just sent me my membership card. Antoine Lavey is my homeboy. Hail Satin! Yeah, I was so happy. I ran downstairs and I turned off the lights and I cut myself with my grandma's pink Lady Bic razor as I listened to Fall Out Boy. Because they understand me. You don't get me, but they get me. They speak to me. Going down, down, baby, going down, speak. Oh, yeah! The evil, everything you wanted to be. I'm dark. Oh, yeah. Well, my heart is black. More like my lungs. From all the Virginia Slims I steal out of Grandma's purse. And I paint my nails black. That way I'm wicked from my head to my toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I take my coffee like I take my souls. Black with 3 sugars and some pumpkin spice latte creamer, because if you're gonna be evil, you might as well be tasty. Yeah. I'm so dark and evil, I make Epstein, Puff Daddy, and Hillary Clinton look good. Okay, maybe not Hillary Clinton, because I got my nephew's birthday party tomorrow. I can't be suicided. All right, here comes my boys. Beelzebub and Julia Child. Take it away, fellas. Come on, everybody. Come on. Some of you were in the choir. Some of you didn't make the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Not pointing fingers, but my ears can hear it. And here we go! I'm dark, I'm evil, I'm everything you wanted to be. I'm dark. Oh yeah, if you forgive me, it's time for my bedtime music. Marilyn Manson on acoustic and drop D with 35-inch heavy gauge trays. Oh shoot, what was that, Grandma? We have milk and cookies? Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, careful. Keeping up for Marcus Whisler, everyone! Told you, it's wild card. This is great. All right, our next comment, guys, got a special treat. Oh, you guys are only gonna miss. Oh, okay. Our next is a special treat. She just graduated at BYU. She's performed all over from Improv Broadway to Humor U to Comedy Church. I think she's going to have a great time. Please welcome the very funny, very happy Cindi Teasley.
Thank you guys. Everyone keep it going for Oz. Have you guys had a good show so far? Have you been enjoying it? Cool. So I'm Cindi. I was going to say I was the diversity hire for the show, but that last guy was the most diverse thing I've ever experienced in my life. So give it up again for Marcus. That was crazy. So I just graduated. And no, it's okay. Thank you. And this is why I did it. 5 years just so that, I could get some scattered applause at this show. I play the long game. Anyway, I only bring that up so I could tell this story. Yesterday, I was on my way, because I graduated yesterday. I'm in the elevator on my way to the graduation ceremony, and this guy comes in who's also graduating with who I'm assuming is his mom and his wife. And the mom looks at me and she goes, "Oh, are you graduating too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "What did you study?" And I was like, "Accounting." And she's like, "Ha, nerd." This is someone's mother. Some random person, I don't know. I was just like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, yeah, I guess so. What's your son majoring in? And she says French. And I go, "Ha, unemployed?" It's like, getting a degree in French is the most ironic thing for me, because French is like the most pretentious language. But how are you going to be pretentious and homeless at the same time? Anyway, okay. No, that's okay. Anyway, now to my actual stuff I prepared. I want to start out with a quote tonight. Apparently, Helen Keller once said, "The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen, but must be felt with the heart." Now, 2 things you need to know about me. 1, I am a girl's girl. I am about women supporting women. 2, I generally don't like to make fun of disabled people. I don't know, just kind of one of the quirky tenets I live by. However, the most beautiful things in this world can't be seen. Wouldn't Helen Keller be the least qualified person to make that statement? Like, yeah, maybe the most beautiful things in the world can't be seen by you, seeing as you are blind. And I went on this rant the other day, and someone's like, oh no, well, Helen Keller actually could see for the first 19 months of her life. And I go, oh, okay, well, that changes everything. Because, of course, every 19-month-old that I know and associate with has had a vast multitude of visual experiences, such that if you're not impressed after 19 months, you might as well just tap out of the whole vision game. And maybe that's what she did. Maybe after she hit the 19-month mark and she was like, look, I am unimpressed, I am giving up forever. Which coincidentally is the same conclusion I've come to after 4.5 years of dating in Utah. And thus, oh, thank you. Thus we seamlessly transition to my next topic. Ladies, I've said it before and I will say it again. Getting older as a single woman in Utah feels like getting older at an orphanage. You just keep seeing all the younger girls get chosen over you, and you become increasingly bitter with each passing day as you wait to get rescued by a rich, bald man. Anyway, I haven't always been single. I had a boyfriend once, and he... Stop that. He's like, wow, she did it one time. Better once than never. Anyway, he dumped me, and I am always very careful to say that he dumped me so that everyone knows how secure in myself I am. But I was really devastated about it at the time because I was like, oh my gosh, I live in Provo, Utah. Where am I going to find another skinny white dude? But then, you know, I realized I was like, he was actually kind of ungrateful in our relationship, okay? Because he was always complaining that I was like trying to change him. He'd be like, I wish I could be with someone who wasn't always trying to change me. I was like, okay, don't you think I wish I could be with someone I didn't have to change? Like, why are you the victim here? Anyway, I like dating older guys, I've noticed. I like dating older guys because typically, you know, their brains are more developed, their bank accounts are more developed, and they're closer to death, so they're more desperate. It just gets kind of weird when they say things that remind you of your dad, like, oh, I'm so proud of you, or, oh, hold my dentures. It's like, okay, this is weird. I'm just kidding, guys. My dad doesn't say he's proud of me. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of rom-coms recently. I think the trailers for rom-coms promise a little too much. Like, I saw this one that was like, this movie will make you believe in love again. I was like, huh, really? This movie's gonna do it. Here, I've just been going to therapy, but no, Merry Christmas is going to solve all the trauma. Pardon me while I cancel my health insurance. Anyway, I do this thing, let me know if you guys can relate. I do this thing where I don't really like read sentences all the way fully. Like I just read the first word, last word, a letter in the middle, and kind of fill in the in between. Do any of you guys do that? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, cool. So anyway, so I saw this headline the other day that said, Trump says he will debate Biden anytime. But I read it as, Trump says he will date Biden anytime. And I'm a simple woman, you know, I don't ask for much. But when I read that Trump said he will date Biden anytime, I've never wanted anything more badly in my life. Okay, because can you imagine the public uproar that would cause, the utter hoopla which would ensue if they started dating? Can you imagine the biopic, the renaissance of internet memes, first of all, and then the biopic Hulu would inevitably create? I can imagine the trailer for it right now. Two people, perhaps both too old to run a country, but never too old to find love. The music starts playing. Rihanna's hit single, We Found Love. We found love in a hopeless place. This summer, two visionaries with failing vision find love in a truly hopeless place, namely the United States political system. All right, guess you guys all love the United States political system. Okay, read the room. Anyway, I think that'd be a great movie. That movie might make me believe in love again. Anyway, so I think we all need to stop freaking out about our phones listening to us. Because I don't know if you guys are freaked out, but I feel like old people are always like, oh my gosh, your phone's listening to you. And it's like, okay, so you mean to tell me that there's an FBI agent in my phone who's always listening to me and just paying attention to everything I do? Is he single? Because that sounds a lot like everything I've ever wanted. They're like, oh, but it's creepy. Your phone's always paying attention to you. Good. It's about time somebody paid attention to me. What's next? The algorithm's going to figure out my likes and dislikes and then adjust its behavior accordingly? This might be the healthiest relationship I've ever had. Anyway, are there some kids here? I saw some kids in the back. Nice. Thank you. They're trained for school. They're like, yes, it's me. So as coming from someone older and wiser, I would like to offer my advice for you. In your life, people are going to try and convince you that you don't deserve the things that you want. For example, I want a really tall man. I love tall guys, and people really hate that because I'm short, and they're like, oh, meh, meh, meh. But the thing is, I love a tall, skinny, freaking, the more your body looks like an HDMI cord, the more I want you. But anytime I say that, people freak out. They're like, what? But you're short. That logic makes no sense to me. That'd be like, who do you think is hot? Megan Fox? What? But you're ugly. Anyway, so you don't have to settle, is what I'm telling you, okay? I can't settle because I don't want to have to explain to my kids why they're half ugly. People are like, oh, looks fade. Okay, but imagine the day your kid comes to you and it's like, hey, Mom, I feel like I'm ugly. And you're going to have to be like, well, sweetheart, you are a little ugly. But that's just because Mommy was getting desperate, so she had to take what she could get. Also, can we stop perpetuating the lie that ugly people will treat you better? Because they don't. They treat you just as bad, and then it's worse because you're crying over an ugly person. I feel like men don't have this issue because they never date anyone they think is ugly. You know? Sometimes they don't even date the people they think are hot. You're nodding. You know. This man's like, nope, never dated. Hot chicks only. I respect that. Sometimes they don't even date the people they think are hot, okay? The other day, this man says to me, yeah, I think you're attractive. I'm just not attracted to you. I was like, okay, so you think I'm hot? Yeah. So you want to date me? No. Okay, is it like a personality thing? Yeah. Okay. See, I'm just confused because you see, I was told that if you are hot as a woman, people would want to date you. And that's a huge if, because to be hot as a woman, you need to have big boobs, small waist, long hair, hairless everywhere else, big eyes, small nose, big lips, and now apparently a good personality? Is this some kind of sick joke? I didn't have time to develop a personality. I was too busy learning how to be hot. And I'm not even saying I'm the hottest person ever. I do think that I am the hottest that I can personally get. Because I've done, I'm pretty sure if the people from Queer Eye came to give me a makeover, they would be like, look, there's nothing we can do for you. We could cut your hair to make it look like you did something, but it's really not gonna make a statistically significant difference. I'm pretty sure I've maxed out my potential because I've already done all the things, okay? I've watched every makeup tutorial. I've read every article on how to dress for my body type. I've been to Mexico to have my stomach removed. Anyway, I am a Mormon, as they say, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I have a lot of friends and family who are not. And so a lot of times when people find out I'm Mormon, they're like, oh, do you still practice polygamy? And I go, guys, no, of course not, okay? We haven't participated in the traditional Japanese art of paper folding in years, okay? Perhaps decades. Not everyone got that. It's okay, guys. All my husbands hate that joke, too. Thank you. Yeah. How much time do I have left? 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Okay. I'm gonna tell a story. So, this man. This is how all the best stories start. There was a man, and he wanted to set me up with one of his friends, and this is kind of funny just because I had gone out with this guy, right? And I didn't like him, and I told him that. And he was like, oh, perfect. Let me set you up with one of my less attractive friends. I'm like, anyway. So he goes, yeah, I want to set you up with my friend. He's perfect for you. He's Mexican, you're Mexican. And you might not understand what is wrong with that, but I'm not going to say the race of this guy, but let's just say he grew up in Utah and lost a lot of money on Bitcoin, okay? So draw your own conclusions. And I said, okay, so you think we're perfect for each other just because we're both Mexican? He goes, no, you're also short. You're both short. And you just look like you would go together. And so I said, okay, cool. I have a person that I would like to set you up with. And so I just sent him a picture of squirtable mayonnaise. And I stand by that. Cool. So thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. We, there's a lot of division in the world. There's a lot of turmoil. But when I see all of us here, when I see all of us here together, I realize we're not all that different. We're just humans trying to make it. And that's one of the most beautiful things to see, if you can see it. I hope one day we all can see it, even if Helen Keller can't. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm Cindi Teasley.
Give it up for Cindi Teasley, everyone. Yeah, she did great. It's like, as a married guy, you see somebody like that, you're like, why is no one asking her out? And then the more I hear her talk, I'm like, oh, I kind of see it now. No, she did amazing. She's great. I also love how she's like, hey, I see the 2 kids over there, the 2 boys. I like tall guys. Then I was like, wait, sorry, are they supposed to grow up to be tall? But I'm like, they can, anyways. Yeah, I know. I didn't think that. All right, guys, we're down to our last comment. Are you guys having a fun time tonight? Yeah, you guys having a good time? All right, our final comic is a good friend of mine. He started coming to. I host an open mic. If you ever want to do, if this looks fun to do stand-up comedy, I host an open mic every Thursday, 8:30. And if you want to come out, try it. Think you can do this, and like Quinn says, give away your dignity. Please come down and do it. It's a lot of fun. We love to have you. But Trevor started doing it, and he still is in mission mode. He's completely proselytizing the mic. He's like, you guys got to come and see the mic. You got to come see the mic. Always bringing it, and always bringing a really good crowd. So guys, please give a warm welcome for your final comic of the night, the very funny, very well-rounded Trevor Tharp.
Thank you. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to leave, the doors are locked behind you. Thank you so much for coming out, surrounded by my friends and family. And you all fell for the greatest trap ever. I just took out the word therapy and replaced it with comedy night. You're all like, yeah, I'll go with that. I've got my family to the left and friends to the right, so thank you so much for coming out. Someone told me the other day, they said, Trevor, you seem like a changed man. And I said, that's because I am. I just took Adderall, and it's fantastic. Have you ever been so focused that you built the entire Lego Death Star in under an hour? Because I did. This is great. This is fantastic. Now, I've never been on drugs, but if this is what it feels like, I'm having the time of my life. Sorry, I gotta go do something real quick. No, it's true. I was just given some medication to help me focus, and when you get on that medication, you tend to go in focus mode so quickly that you forget to eat. Is that anyone on medication that helps them forget to eat? Yeah, it's okay. We're all friends. Woo! You can say it. We're all junkies. Yeah, no. No, I was taking this medication, and I was like, man, I feel so accomplished. I feel chipper. This is fantastic. I'm going to go to bed. And then around 3 in the morning, I woke up. I forgot to eat! And I'm starving. And so I go out and I'm like rummage through the fridge and I just dig through everything. Just eat the entire fridge. And then I'm like, oh, I'm really tired. And the next morning, my roommates are like, Trevor, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, it looks like someone broke in last night. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, they trashed the kitchen. I'm like, oh no, what happened? Oh, all these food wrappers. Looks like the raccoons came in. And they're like, yeah, one thing just doesn't add up. What do you mean? How can the raccoon operate the oven? What do you mean by that? Well, whoever did this ate an entire box of taquitos and 3 Totino's pizzas. The freaking raccoons, man. They're so smart. No, being on that medication has helped me stop eating, which I recently found out I have a food addiction. Not many of you guys seem surprised about that. Wow. Thought we were friends. I guess not. No, they said, Trevor, how did you even realize you had a food addiction? And I said, well, I came home from work, and it was a lot like this scene. I was surrounded by my friends and family, and there was no cake and ice cream, and I was like, what's going on? This seems off. They're like, Trevor, we're worried about you. We feel like you have a food addiction. And I said, food addiction? Addicts do desperate things. I'm not an addict. And I said, we saw you go to 7-Eleven and order sushi. It was pretty good, guys. Don't kick it till you try it. A little soy sauce, you know. You'll be fine. Sure, it's been sitting out for 3 hours, but still pretty good. No. I'm on the food apps. Anyone else on the food apps? The rewards? Yeah? Yeah, August. Thank you. Yeah. It's nothing to be ashamed about. Sir, are you on like Chick-fil-A rewards? Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, fast food stuff. Yeah. I have a problem with my apps. I'm like Alexander the Great. I wept for there were no more worlds to conquer. I have them all. Name them. I've got them. Anything? Burger King. Yep, I got it. I've got like 33 Crown rewards, you know. I've got Taco Bell. I have enough points at Taco Bell to open my own franchise. I'm just waiting for them to be like, you know, customer of the year goes to Trevor Tharp. Oh, what? Me? I was so surprised. Thank you. Yeah. Recently, I did break up with Taco Bell, though. Yeah. Yeah, oh, thank you. Yeah, he says, what happened? Yeah. Taco Bell decided to break my heart. It got rid of one of the best menu items. And I just felt really hurt about it, you know. I always visioned Taco Bell like a girlfriend because she was always there for me when I needed her. She was open late, you know, I could stop by anytime. She was like, do you want your favorite? And I'm like, yeah. But then she decided to break my heart by getting rid of the nacho fries. So I was like, well, you know what? 2 can play that game, honey. And she's like, is that fried chicken on your breath? And I was like, Well, you know what they say. Once you go black, you don't go back. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Ow! Thank you. Thank you. No, I've had a great time figuring out myself, and I recently have been on a health kick. I've lost a little weight, and it was from 3. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so supportive. You're like, I couldn't tell. Yeah, you're trying to be nice, but it didn't work. No, I lost some weight, and it was because of 3 easy tricks. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just kidding. Didn't think the big guy could be bulimic. Surprise, surprise. That's body dysphoria for you, body shaming. No. My family's laughing because they know it's true. No, I have been on a little bit of a health kick. I've been working out. I've been going to the gym. Yep, that one cracked me up too. No, I've been going. I've been going to the gym, and I recently figured out what kind of gym personality I have. Anyone go to the gym? Any gym goers? Wow, really supportive on that one. I'm like, anyone eat food? Nothing. Gym? Yeah. No, I go to the gym, and I realized I'm not like a muscular meathead. Like, I'm not in the weight section, and I'm not in the cardio, always running out of breath. I'm the hot tub gym guy. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like that guy that's sitting there that's like, what's up? Have a good workout? Yeah, the water's pretty fine. You can come in, I guess. No, yeah, it's been really fun. I got kicked out of my gym for that. Woo-hoo! Yeah, so exciting. And many adventures of Trevor. Someone really did tell me, they said, Trevor, if you're so self-conscious about being a little big, why don't you really lose the weight? And I said, well, I'll tell you why, because big guys have a higher survival rating than anyone else. It's true. National Geographic, they did a survey, and they said people with more body fat would survive longer than those with less in a starvation situation. So I'm like, well, if we die, I'll die after you do. Yeah, there's being big kind of runs in my family. I come from a big family, and it's great, both figuratively and literal. I have 18 cousins, and we're all kind of overweight, and it's great. We love it. But I recently found out that we do survive longer because my best friend's grandpa just died of a heart attack, and my grandpa's sitting right there. So what does that tell you? Yeah, we're gonna outlive ya. Yeah. He's not here. He's at the funeral. It's pretty sad, really sudden. No, but I, yeah. How do you transition from talking about your best friends like dead grandpa? This is how you transition. It's springtime, Time for change, time for growth. I love change. I'm going through my own changes. But I recently saw a video on Instagram Reel. Anyone watch those Instagram Reels? Yeah, thanks. And there was a guy who talked about his personal change. He changed from he was an entertainer in the adult realm. Everyone know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. Guess we do. Good. Not the only freak out here. No, he changed from being an adult entertainer to becoming a priest. Yeah. Ooh. Congratulations. Good for that guy. I think it's great for him. I just think confession would be awkward as all get out. You're sitting there. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. What is it, my son? I have viewed some inappropriate media, and I feel ashamed. Was it mine? What are you talking about? Was it yours? Well, that's how I get my royalties, and the collection plate's been a little light, so, you know, do what you need to do, brother. No, I like making fun of religion because I'm a very religious person. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell what church I go to based how I'm dressed, right? I'll give you a little hint. We just want to talk. 5 minutes. Yep, I'm Buddhist. It's fantastic. No, I am part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and about a year ago, this time I was living in Chicago, and it was a great time. Yeah, some Chicago friends out here. I appreciate it, showing the love and support. But while I was out there, I had someone come up to me and they say, you know, your church doesn't do anything for the LGBTQ community. And it hurt me. I was like, oh man, maybe we should do a little bit more. And then I started thinking, you know what? Maybe they're a little bit more pro-gay than you think. People are like, oh, what do you mean by that? Now hear me out. You get two dudes who volunteer to live together for 2 years without any female interaction. You guys are gonna tell me that nothing gay happens? Those who served missions, they're like, yeah. Me and my companion came pretty close. No, true story, I was getting ready for bed one night and just kind of pulling the covers off my bed, and my companion comes around, he goes, hey, Tharp. And I turn around, and he's in his underwear, and it's a little thin underwear, and kind of you're like, ah! Ooh. I said, what? And he goes, you know, I used to wrestle in high school. I bet I could pin you to the floor. Elder, what are you suggesting? You know, it seems a little inappropriate. Nothing, bro. All I'm saying is I could take you. Take me where, Elder? No, crazy stuff like that happens on the mission. It's true. Ask anyone who served a mission, they'll tell you that crazy stuff happens. Like, I was in a different area, and this older gentleman, he called us, and he asked us to give him a blessing of healing. And how that works is, you know, you go over and you pray, and you specifically ask him to bless them with healing. And there was a guy, and I said, okay, what can we pray for? And he goes, oh, missionaries, I'm just so sick. Could you bless my stomach that it'll settle? And my back's hurting, could you bless it? And could you bless my ED? Sorry, Brother Wilson, what was that? You know, my erectile dysfunction. I'm sorry, you want me to go to the Lord and ask him to cure you of ED? This is where my testimony was tested, you know. Little faith crisis there. I'm like, God. Hey, Elder, could you say it? I just can't right now, thanks. And so we say the prayer. My companion gets through it. He goes, bless him with his stomach, his back, his ED, you know, amen. We say amen, and then bam! His hand goes on my head, his other hand goes on my companion's head, and he goes, your turn. And we go, what? And he goes, please bless these elders that they'll never have this pains of ED. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Still waiting for that blessing to come true. No. I'll leave you with this last minute. If you liked what you saw, I have little stickers to give out. So come see me after for a sticker round for a sticker. People say they're so cute. How'd you get them? This is AI made this. AI did a pretty good job. They said, did you upload a picture? And I said, no, I just put chubby kid in suit, and this is what it gave me. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but ED medication actually supposed to help with your memory, you know? So you could be like, no, honey, I don't have that problem. I just want to remember where I left the keys. All right. Guys, did you have a fun time tonight? Yeah? All right, let's give an applause for the comics who performed tonight, please. Yeah? And we're trying to do this once a month here, a show here at the Silicon Slope space. So look out for notifications for the next show we have coming up next in May. And guys, thank you so much. I just want to be personal. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Okay, spending your Saturday night with us, spending your hard-earned time to laugh, because there's so much crap going on in the world, right? And laughter actually helps stave off death and disease, right? So if you didn't laugh a lot tonight, you might not be around much longer. But other than that, guys, seriously, just give an applause for yourself for coming out tonight. Seriously. And of course, everyone that Trevor brought, also give an applause for yourselves as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And of course, the loudest laugher that we have here, Karen. Thank you so much for laughing so loud. I appreciate it. Guys, other than that, that's our show. You guys have been an amazing audience. Thank you again so much for coming out. If you want to take a minute afterwards for pictures, talk to the comics, come do it. We're always looking for more Instagram followers, hoping to get that blue check mark. But yeah, great. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much.